To anybody joining the stream, I'm just waiting to get into the lobby here. Alright, so we have our matchup tonight between Team E-Lite and Church of Murky. First match is going to be on Sky Temple. And I believe we are almost ready to go. Looks like we're missing somebody. So we've got Church of Murky on the left. God dang it. Get that right. And we have Team E-Lite on the right in red. For the moment, I suppose I should flip it on over to bands and picks and whatnot. Wish I had this information for everybody, but I was not quite in the chat when they were doing most of these things. You have to give me a pass on this. It's my first time giving it a whirl. Alright, so Church of Murky, band, Alterac Pass, Cursed Hollow, and we have Baraxis band out and Towers of Doom from Team E-Lite. So it should be a fun matchup. I suppose that we can go ahead and start spitballing on what these teams may be thinking about as they come into Sky Temple. Obviously, it's a map that spreads the macro. It's very influenced by mercenary captures, should they be taken at the right times. You've got split objectives all over the map, which can make for more skirmishes than usual, leading to some heroes being more powerful than they would otherwise normally be. Not sure what everyone's got in their back pocket, so we'll just have to find out as they play. We do see that with towers being taken out and of some of the bigger maps, Alterac, Cursed Hollow, this is really the only big map that is left on the screen. So after this one's over, they'll have to be coming down to something a little more mid-sized at the very least, if not small. We're just waiting on another member to show up, so rather than y'all just sitting here listening to me monologue, I suppose I'll get some music to listen to in the meantime. Alright, looks like we're about ready to get started as we proceed into drafts, I believe. Maybe. Uh-oh. We're going into the issue where they're... So, if anybody doesn't know, right now with the new changes to ranked, you can't party with people who are placed if you are not placed yet. And so it would appear that some people are placed and some people are not placed, and so it is not allowing us to start the game as long as they're in a party. So I think there's going to be some rearranging here as everybody gets squared away. We can still play the game, but they can't be in an actual party together. Hopefully this gets fixed sometime soon, or people just complete their placements. So we're still in an interim here. Still in an interim. I suppose I am. Oh well, I've become party host. I'm gonna bring the music back while we get this sorted out. Stand by until further notice. Alright, we are finally ready to go. We have sorted out the glitch. We are starting Sky Temple. And we are in it. So on our left hand side, we have Church of Murky. On our right hand side, we have Team E-Lite, who has first ban, so let's see what they try to get done here. First ban coming out is Zul'jin. Don't want those auto attackers. It is a map that can go late, although the temples kind of force the issue. He's got some strong autos, get in there. They don't want to see him, so he's out. From Murky, their first ban. Going with the strong no ban. Not sure what to think of that one. Not sure if that's a power play, if they're playing head games, or if there's simple miscommunication going on. Suppose we'll find out. Anduin coming out as the second ban from Team E-Lite. For the second ban from Murky, will it be a double no ban? No, it will be Kael'thas. Kael'thas out of here. Bombs too easy. Likely got rid of the Anduin just to keep the D from saving people, and a strong Alderac pick straight out of Delta Sniper. Now, he's a top tier champ. If you've got that combo down, that telekinesis on cooldown, pulling people left, right, front, and center, you can displace a team easily, pick them apart. So, a lot of it depends on the Alderac though, and the ability to follow it up. We'll see how they answer. Murky going with a Greymane Orphea, bringing their damage out. Greymane's got a lot of strong damage. Orphea does a fair bit of dancing as well. They're both DPSs that get in and out of short range and long range. They can fluently jump back and forth. Got the 2-3 pick coming out of E-Lite. Got an Ana and a Johanna. So, the Ana pick, obviously you nano that Alderac and he can go absolutely buck wild. The Johanna for the blinds on the Greymane, always good. Orphea's got some strong auto attacks as well. That can give them a lot of help. Plus she's pretty good at clearing wave. You know Johanna, she's just the she's the brick on the ground. You can kick it around a bit, but it isn't gonna break. Got a Jaina band coming out from Murky. I don't want to see any more mage damage, any more ability for a combo over there. Mal'Ganis band coming out of Team E-Lite. You know, that's one guy who really has made a huge surge lately. He's really disruptive. He gets into your team. You can't really do a whole lot to keep him out of it, and then he gets out just as quickly. And with the sleeps on the back line, he can really set up for the rest of the team. It's just a nuisance. Is at hand. They go with a white mane and a Tyrael. Now, remains to be seen whether that Tyrael will be in the off lane, or he could be the main tank. Certainly they've got enough damage backing him up that if they wanted to throw him in the off lane, they'd be more than able to do so. Still clean up those fights. And you got Whitemane, and if a fight goes long, or if a fight gets hairy and Whitemane drops a good ult, nobody dies.
My blades are yours.
Sonya Lunara coming out to round off Team E-Lite. Sonya has received some small buffs here and there, and with the XP changes, she's really going to become relevant again. Plus, on this map, she's one of the few who does a very good job of taking a temple, holding dominance over it, so I like the Sonya pick. And Lunara is another favorite pick of mine. She's just got a way of fighting around the edges and always being able to hit somebody. She's squirrely. Leoric coming out, so it will be a Tyrael main tank for Murky. Leoric versus Sonya in the off lane all comes down to can you land those W's from Leoric. And if they're able to, you know, it'll be a very even matchup. So we're going to get right on into it. All right. So, we've got the Tyrael, Orphea, Greymane, Whitemane as the 4-man from Murky. Now, that's a really squirrely team. That's a team that's going to be jumping in and out and all over around the place. They'll be able to engage and disengage very quickly, be able to jump in, get a pick, and jump right back out. Now, on the flip side, on Team Elite, you have Johanna, who can hold on to them if they jump in there, if they get strongly after them.
For your ceaseless battle.
But we'll just have to see how it goes.
If you wish to live, that is.
So, on Team Elite, we've got Jungle Gym on Lunara, Delta Sniper on Alarak, Crypto Knight on Johanna, Iron Maiden on Sonya, and Aura Luna on Ana. And on Church of Murky, we got Shock on Tyrael, the Dude on Orphea, Big Gully on Whitemane, Orion on Greymane, and Leoric on Redbeard. Alright, here comes the dance around middle. Will they go division or will they decide to just fight it out right here in lane? We've got all 5 members from both teams. And there's the first strike. We got some action going on. Orphea getting first blood, Johanna getting a little low, but then Alarak comes in with double pull silence, showing he can hit that combo. And it's time to rotate. In the bottom lane, we've got a 2-on-1 with Sonya getting a little poked down. Leoric getting poked a bit by Lunara. And Church of Murky finishes off that wave, and they're already rotating back up. And it looks like Team Elite's kind of waiting on the rotation. But it is a 4v3. They just keep bearing down on that Johanna. Sonya, in the meantime, clearing bottom. Greymane goes ahead, breaks off the Druid camp. And here comes the downward rotation from Church of Murky while Team Elite finishes off the wave in middle. We've got Whitemane giving Greymane a little help up by the siege camp. And Team Elite just keeping up with these traps. They almost caught an Orphea there. They might still get him. The dude's getting low. They're staying after him. Tyrael's here to kind of run some interference. Sonya, nope, she's going to go do the camp. All right, we've got Alarak breaking off to do their siege camp. Tyrael's just trying to clear the wave in bottom while Whitemane and Orion and Bagully are going ahead and doing the bruiser camp. So Church of Murky, they're keeping on the camps. They're keeping on the pressure. They've been a little bit ahead on rotations. They got siege camp pushing on bottom. Team Elite's looking for picks, sitting in the bushes, trying to get a little something here and there. Alarak's almost finished their siege camp in bottom, which is a little more well-timed with the temples, which will be coming up here soon. Leoric making his way down to the bottom lane to get into that 1v1 in preparation for the objective, and there's a huge 4-man push in top lane. I like to see this. You take that early bruiser camp, you force it into the wall, and if you can take the wall early with the bruiser camp and then keep top objective, the objective will pelt down, and that's an early, easy for him. Now, we've got a little bit of defense coming in from Team Elite, but that wall's already down. Johanna's coming in here now. Let's see if they back off here. Yep, seems like Murky's happy with what they've got. They're backing it up, getting ready for Shrine phase. We've got Leoric clearing a siege camp in bottom. Sonya's ahead of him in the rotations. So They'll be hitting up experience. Maybe Sonya floats to that middle, gets on the objective. Ooh, that was close on the dude there. You get a silence there, you don't get out so easy. And we do have Sonya solo on the middle shrine. Ooh, there's the silence onto the dude, and a sleep dart to follow it up. But the white main heals is there, and she stays alive. Now comes the counter engage. We got Lunara getting low. Lunara very low. Johanna getting low as well. Material throws the cube but doesn't follow it in. They're just going to sit on objective and be happy with that. Meanwhile, Sonya, uncontested, holding middle. It looks like the rest of Team Elite is going to join them. Leoric's just getting soaked in bottom, which is helping them. They are about a half level ahead. They're about to hit 7, Church of Murky. Sonya's breaking off to go deal with the split push with Leoric in bottom, while Church of Murky is moving into this middle objective, though at this point there's really nothing worth left fighting over. It's already done. We do have Johanna still stepping in there, though. Let's see if we get a fight here. We get a little bit of a skirmish going down. Ooh, that's a good pull on the white main. Is the rest of the damage there? No. Could have finished them off while they were silenced, but silence wears off. White main heals herself to good, and the team's reset. So structure damage, like I was saying, that top fort already gone. Over here in middle, we've got this about halfway done, and that's the difference between taking that wall with that early camp and not. Now we've got Sonya doing work, taking another bruiser camp on the side of Team Elite. We got a siege camp coming out from Murky in the bottom lane, and it looks like Team Elite is going to follow them down into bottom lane, but it's a 3v4 because they've got Lunara in top dealing with the push. So here comes the 3v4 defense with a siege camp in tow. Being aggressive, but you kind of got to be to clear that siege camp. Got some taps coming out. This is a dangerous position. Sonya killed the bruiser camp, but she's holding. She's going to come get the soak in the middle. The poke's coming out strong on the side of Church of Murky. And Alarak getting some combos here and there. But, I mean, there's just not enough to follow it up. They lose the wall. They lose the well. But they can't hung on to the fort. The fort's still pretty much full health. Just like before. If Church of Murky is able to hold on to this, get that full temple in bottom, then that'll be another fort gone. Johanna went check the bush. She's got the D trait though, she'll be fine. Rest of Team Elite taking camps. There goes the top camp capture. Pushing out. They've got the macro in their favor here. Team Elite's got the macro in their favor. The question is, can they win it now? Down 9-10. I guess they've got Sonya in top soaking. There's 10s. There's 10s for both teams, so this should be the engage. It's 4-on-4. Got a siege camp in favor. Ooh, and Church of Murky is split. Orion may go down, and he does. Finished off by the counter-strike from Alarak. And that is the first kill of the game, folks. First blood going to Team Elite. Looks like Church of Murky's going to back off. Let's go take a visit to top lane, see how this is going. Got Redbeard fending off this camp. He did a pretty good job. Sonya was only able to get about, well, two-thirds of the wall. Still got the bruiser camp, or the siege camp alive in bottom lane. We've got big push going in favor of Church of Murky in middle. Let's see where they want to rotate to next. Team Elite could come in here and try and finish off this fort, but it looks like they're backing off. Meanwhile, we've got Church of Murky taking another bruiser camp. Leoric's rotated down, making it a 3-on-3 in bottom lane as Lunara soaks middle. No walls on either side here. No walls on either side, no taps on either side. And there is the bruiser camp on the side of Church of Murky. So now they've got white main and gray main rotating down, probably going to take the siege camp. Lunara's thinking about coming down here, joining the rest of her team. Nope, this is a 4v5. They got to be careful here. Lunara's out of position. She's got the ult to get out of it. There is the sanctification, and it was a huge one, followed by the entomb. Johanna's surviving way longer than I thought she would. She does go down.
That is a 3-for-1 trade with a great sanctification, selflessness coming out of Tyrael to make that team white happen. They're going for boss. They are going for boss. Now, meantime, Sonya was able to double soak, so they're not as far behind in soak as you would think. They're only about a third of a level back. Team Elite is very much still in this game. And as low as Church of Murky is, I would like to see Lunara in here. I would like to see Sonya in here, making this a little harder on her. With a couple of ults, she can do a lot here, and she will. See, that's 2 kills right there, 2 for 1. It was just a little too late. Church of Murky is able to get the boss, though it should be an easy cleanup. Team Elite looking for the kills, but Church of Murky wisely retreated out of there. So now, they've got a boss in bottom lane to clean up, a huge wave in top pushing in on Team Elite. And they've got soak in middle coming out of Tyrael. It's going to be tough to recover. Shrines or temples are up right now. They've still got everyone down here. Lunara's going to clean up the top lane. Looks like they're deciding to let this die on the walls, which I think is the right call. They've got to try and get a foothold here on one of these temples. This bot temple could probably take. Oh, we've got Lunara getting a little close to the enemy team there. But this should be able to take both bot fort and mid fort if they cap the whole thing. Now I would expect Church of Murky to rotate down and try and make something out of it, but maybe they'll just give it. You've got Leoric split pushing in the top lane, so you're not whole. Sonya taking a camp here, a little bit of skirmishing in middle. Lunara doing some of that dancing. Big push in bottom lane on the side of Team Elite. And it looks like something may be winding up over here. We got 2 siege camps going at it, 4v4. The dude looks like, oh, what an unstoppable. That was well done to get the dude out of there. Now, Alarak is stacking lightning build. He's got 16 stacks at the moment. So those are going to start hitting harder and harder as the game goes on and more team fights end up clumped. The dude trying to be sneaky here, hiding out of vision. Not sure what's shaping up, what the teams are thinking. Looks like Team Elite's going to back off here. Probably go take their bruiser camp. Get the soak in top lane. They do have a catapult pushing. Look for that 16. Meanwhile, Church of Murky's a lot closer to that 16. They're probably looking to get it early and then force something. Lunara being cute, picking off the top board. We got 5 people pushing from Church of Murky in the bottom lane. 16 is in their favor. They're looking to make something out of it. Got Johanna coming in with the flank, but they're still 15 and they're not all together. It's going to be a tricky defense here. Sleep Dart goes out on Material, followed by a flashlight at full, but Material's out. Alright, now the camp's out. They've got camp pushing in their favor in top. Sonya can come down and join, but they still need 16 before they start anything. Entomb on the Lunara. She can jump out, and she does. Big wombo coming out on the side of Team Elite. They are not where they need to be. Got the frag grenade coming out from Ana, shutting down that white main healing, and that is 2 for none. Might be more. White main getting caught out by a pull from the telekinesis. Got the nano boost down on Alarak. He should have his cooldowns back. He does, and that's a deadly auric as well. Clean him up. Unfortunately, there's no boss to take, but the temples are up. They'll be able to split here. Take both temples. Got Sonya in bottom, taking it on her own. Greymane now being a little brave out here. Looks like he learned better and backed off. If he'd have stayed there, that would have been an easy pick. But Team Elite's happy to just take the temples, take the objectives. Got Leoric about to res in bottom. He's going to make a fight of it with Sonya. In the meantime, the rest of Church of Murky cleaning out the top lane and making a push into Temple. I'm curious how this is going to play out. Team fights always get the big wins, but let's see how this 1v1 goes down. Sonya gets pushed out. Now let's take a look at the action up top. She did get the vast majority of that Temple, though. So here comes the 4v4. Alarak combos down. They're pushing in, but there's the Blessed Shield, the hops. The damage coming out on the Whitemane is huge. But Whitemane, in typical fashion, able to keep herself up through so much damage. And it's one of those instances where Whitemane is the tank. She must have healed herself full 3 life bars in that fight. That's one good, well-placed Whitemane ult. And all that focus was for naught. Looked like a good engage early. But another fight now, turning in favor of Team E-Lite. And just like that, this game is even. I'm sorry, I just misspoke. That was Church of Murky that just won that fight. My apologies. Church of Murky showing that this game is, in fact, under their control. Pushing it to top now. Hard. 5 people. It's going to be hard for Sonya and Lunara to do anything about this, but the rest of Team E-Lite is resurrecting at the moment. Let's see if they're able to push him in, keep him in the keep. Ooh, there's the pullback. Double silence. Big damage coming out, and that's going to be an Orphea. Let's see if Alarak can get another pull. He's hunting for it. They're scouting ahead, and there's huge push in bottom lane on the side of Team E-Lite. It's going to take that keep. So Church of Murky losing that one. Invade on the Bruiser camp. Looks like maybe Leoric wants to do something about it. He's taking a lot of damage here. Material coming in with a good save. Meanwhile, bot does go down despite Orion's best attempts otherwise. We do have push in middle. Catapults building up on the side of Church of Murky. And there's a Bruiser camp push in the top keep on the side of Team E-Lite, but they do not have any minions. Their minions are stuck way back on their side. So it's just this camp, and that may be enough. This is 4v5. Let's see what happens. It looks like Church of Murky's just going to let that one go. They don't want the engage. They don't want the 4v5. They're going to give the keep up. Look for a fight in the top lane. 20's right around the corner for Church of Murky. There is a moment where they're going to have a big advantage here, so long as they can take it and force a fight. This next wave that comes up, if they're able to soak that before taking this fight, that should give them the 20 they need. And they're going for it. Poke coming out from the side of Team E-Lite onto the Tyrael. There's the Blessed Shield. Lunara, but there's the Sanctification. Says, I'm not going down that easy. Lunara's now separated. We've got the Nano out on Alarak, but he's split from the rest of the team. Big Lightning comes out from him, but now he's in the middle of a lot of hurt. Manages to get himself out there. Ooh, Orion almost goes down. We've got ults coming out from all sides. Everybody about half dead or worse. This is a brawl. Everyone's 20. Oh, Sonya's gonna, she doesn't. She uses the level 20 talent. I shouldn't blank on that. In any case, everything spent from both sides and no deaths. What a wild fight. And then Alarak going in for the big double kill. Big plays. He is slow, gets the ult off, but no one hits him. That could have been even worse. Lunara comes in, finishes him off while going down herself. Whitemane, the sole survivor, and all she can go do is go back and try and defend against these 4 Katas that are on her core. 4 champs coming up against her. Leoric's not going to be up anytime soon. I'm not sure what Whitemane can do here. Well, here it is. It's now or never. They're piling in. Leoric's going to be up in another 20 seconds, but I think this one is toast. Whitemane doing what she can. But game 1 goes to Team E-Lite. Here's a little bit of post-game stats for anybody who wants to freeze frame. We have a pretty back and forth battle there. It seemed through early on and through a lot of that game that the macro play was well in favor of Church of Murky, but in those late game team fights, Team E-Lite was able to pull it out and get the win.
update this a little bit. Team Elite coming out with the early victory. There's a way I can update this. Just give me a moment. Nope. There we go. All right. So, really a great back and forth match. I'm looking forward to game 2. I'm going to turn the music back on until we're ready for the next game. Alright, we are ready for game 2. Let's get on into it. Infernal Shrines.
Infernal Shrine!
So, it will be first pick going back to Team Elite again. Let's see what they want out of their first band here. Gonna be another Zul'jin band. Either they don't like this guy or somebody over there on Church of Murky is very good at him. Let's see what the first band coming out of Church of Murky is. If they decide that there was something over there they didn't like, or if they're gonna stick to good math bands. Nope, it's gonna be the Alarak, and I don't blame them. Alarak's one of those guys that makes something out of nothing. He's just able to do it. That displacement is hard to deal with when it's followed up by a silence. Towards the end of that last game, those lightnings really started chunking people. Another Mal'Ganis band, so ditto bands coming out of Team Elite. Just like last round. Got Alarak already banned. Let's see what Church of Murky wants to do here. Kael'thas band again. Just another good band. I mean, that's the same band as last time, but really he's one of those He's one of those guys that he's a huge nuisance, especially on a map like Infernal Shrines where you've got to fight in these pits and he's able to zone so well. But they didn't ban Anduin this time, and that Anduin gets picked up immediately by Team E-Lite. So, what's going to be the 1-2 pick out of Church of Murky? What are they thinking? A couple different ways you can go about this map. Focus on the macro. You can focus on the team fight shrine clear. See what they want to show. Sticking with that gray man. Orion played a good one. We've got ETC this time. Coming out of shock. I like the ETC pick. He provides some of the best peel in the game and has one of the greatest kits of CC there is. The only downside with that guy is that he's a bit squishy, especially as the late game comes on. Another Johanna pick. Taking that brick, putting it in front. Said they like their brick and they're going to keep it there. And we got Lunara backing it up again. So, lining up to be about half similar so far. Let's see what else they want to ban out here. Sonya, another good pick here. They played it last time. I wouldn't be surprised if that went down. Church of Murky getting rid of the Faustad. Makes sense. Good rotations. I'm always afraid of a good Faustad. Team Elite. Let's see what they're thinking. Getting rid of the Ana. They took it last game. They didn't take it this game, but they do not want Church of Murky to have it. Gotta say though, the white main heals were strong. See B Gully going back to it.
Balloon, grant us
But he's going with the Malfurion this time. And we got the dude back on Orphea. So Orion, the dude, following up with the same damage they had last game. I gotta say, that was such a back and forth match. I don't really think you have to change much. A couple little things go one way or another. And that game was won for them. Kel'Thuzad coming out of Delta Sniper. Said, alright, you took my Alarak, you took my high skill cap hero. I'll take the other really high skill cap hero. And there's the Murky. Church of Murky, bringing out the Murky. That's what I like to see. You know, that's what I like to see. We got a Rexar, so it'll be a Murky Rexar in the off lane or in the double soak, depending on how they want to do this. We're getting into the game. I'm gonna not forget to switch my overlays. I'm pretty sure I did last time. All right, so let's kind of think these out a little bit. What does each team have as strengths? Well, on the left side, you've got a bit. I mean, those roots come out from Malfurion. They're easy to land if an ETC manages a stun into a knockback. You get a root on them. Somebody's CC'd for days, and that just lets Greyman and Orphea tear them down. So I could see a lot of individual picks and rotations coming out of Church of Murky.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
And on the right-hand side, you know, you've got the KTZ. He can make it happen, and they've got a lot of peck and poke coming around the sides and a lot of forgiveness with the Anduin. But let's do some announcements and names. We got Iron Maiden coming out for the Rexar. We've got Aura Luna on Anduin. We've got Jungle Gym on Lunara, Delta Sniper on Kel'Thuzad, Crypto Knight once again on the Johanna. And for Church of Murky, we have Shock on ETC, the Gully on Malfurion, the Dude on Orphea, Orion back on Greymane, and Redbeard, the Messiah of the Church of Murky on Murky. So,
You don't want to give KTZ stacks early in the game. So we'll see how this goes here. Wisely playing it back, wisely not giving him anything. But ETC is a tank where you want some early picks. Now, we've got Murky in the top lane. He did take a fishy deal, so he's going to be looking for those bribe stacks. We've got ETC going prog rock. He's looking for globes. And, of course, KTZ's trying to stack. We got easy prey coming out of Misha, so he's probably going to be looking to take some camps. That might hurt him in the double rotation with Murky. Murky a little bit caught out here, but is a fish ever really caught out? I'm not sure. In any case, it's not even worth it. Team Elite doesn't try. So, we've got a little bit of zone coming out from Sean, trying to anchor him, sees him coming in, delays them, which is good, but spins his Q, but it's enough. And we've got the first camp capture coming out for Church of Murky in the neutral bottom lane. Got the siege and the XP for them. Now while they're dealing with that, Murky's going to be able to go ahead, double soak, out-rotating the Rexar, which is why I was surprised to see the easy prey, because it's going to be hard for him to keep up without the Q damage. It just makes for a strange rotation. It's forcing Team Elite to have to try and double soak when Church of Murky's 4-man is able to pretty much do what they want. Oh my gosh, this Kale Fixod. Ooh, he could have been so very dead. But he lands his skills, peels himself, gets out of there. So, really what I'm trying to say is that the macro created on the side of Murky being able to double soak is giving a lot of map advantage to Church of Murky, letting them work around, letting them get into these positions where they have chances of ganks. So we've got big damage coming out on Orion here, followed by a KTZ combo. He's going to go down. And that's first blood going out to Team Elite. Orion just got pecked away by Lunara, then CC'd down by KTZ. Wasn't much the rest of Church of Murky could do for him. Prog Rock sitting at 7 stacks. Master of the Cold Dark sitting at 7 stacks. And we have got our first shrine in top lane. Now we've got a bit of a strange or a side-by-side rotation coming out of both teams into top. Murky going down, I think, to mobs there. Not that it matters too much. It was just a quick way to get to top lane. Alright, so it's 4-2 on Shrine, pretty much even. We're about to see our first big action of the game. 5v5, we've got Murky walking his way in here. He doesn't care, he's going straight at the Lunara. ETC getting rooted, taking some damage. The follow root comes down on members. The big stun coming out. Lunara getting low. Greymane goes in, but doesn't have it all the way. KTZ getting some chains off. It looks like Rexar's caught out here. He should be going down. I don't think there's much Team Elite can do to save him, and they do not. Orphea getting out some good poke damage onto the Kel'Thuzad. Gully about half dead here, able to walk out. Taps coming out on the side of Team Elite. They're looking healthy. They're looking healthy. They might still be able to pick something here, but it's only 7 more, and this objective needs to go out in favor of Church of Murky, and they've got this first objective, and there it goes. So let's see how much they do. I'd assume they're going to want to send Murky down to do some soaking, and they do. Rexar's already on his way. Elite gets pulled by Johanna. A little bit of poke getting thrown out by Orphea, but nothing major. Dodging the KTZ chains on ETC. Good on him. He's just walking right in here. He's looking for something. Misses with the Q, and now he's caught out because Punisher isn't soaking those shots. Is he going to go down? Does he have an E? Does he have a heal? He's going to make it out. And Johanna goes down in the meantime with a big Punisher jump. MVP Punisher. Nara almost went down. KTZ almost went down. Whew. 11 stacks on Prog Rock for ETC. 12 stacks for Kel'Thuzad. Almost got that Glacial Spike. They're going to push in and take this fort, though. Getting some decent damage out onto the dude, but Jungle Jim's not going to be able to really follow that up on anything. In the meantime, we've got double soak going on by Murky. Not much can be done, but we do have good push coming out in the bottom lane from Iron Maiden. Looks like Murky wants to get up here and bribe a camp. Too bad it's already gone, and we got the big rotation coming down on the Rexar. Iron Maiden caught out by 4 people, but he gets the stun on the ETC and makes it out. That's a way to use Misha to your advantage. That's some good micro right there. Meanwhile, Murky doesn't win the 4v1 in top lane, but that's okay. Got a camp coming out on the side of Church of Murky, taking their side siege. In the mid lane, we've got Lunara picking up some XP, getting joined by the rest of her team. They've got 5 down here. They could look to invade, but the camp's already out. You got Murky distracted in top lane, trying to take this down. I think he's going to go bribe their camp. Maybe not. Decided to save it. Got a standoff in middle. Team Elite takes their side siege. We have 6 Goatmen Impalers just going at it on each other. But Team Elite's going to give their side a win. Meanwhile, another almost gank on the side of Church of Murky. Almost gank. Still doesn't quite get him. And now we have Kel'Thuzad at 15 stacks. He has his Glacial Spike. Here's a gank on the Lunara. I'm not sure there's enough of the rest of the team there. Orion, no, it was enough. They take him down. I was go for the throat. There comes the Blessed Shield. Kel'Thuzad getting a little bit of CC in on the backside, but it's not going to be enough as he's separated from his team. They could dive him here. The dude wants to, but they're going to ultimately back out. Johanna Anduin coming around to defend this bot side fort. It's very low. They get the CC out on Johanna, but the Unstoppable plus the big save from Anduin is not going to mean too much for him. And that bot fort is going to go down. Meanwhile, the double soak dance continues. And here comes the bribe from Murky. There goes the camp. Great timing. With the objective in bottom lane, it's going to take up all of Rexar's time. And unless he ignores it, this is going to be a 4.5 on 4. Murky coming around the backside, looking for the flank gank. Getting in Anduin's face, but it's Johanna who's caught out. ETC tried to get in there, but got stunned mid-dash. That could have been a big stun out of shock. But I think it was Blessed Shield shut him down. Nar trying to get in there, get some poke, but it's going to be hard for them to get in. Ooh, there is the big CC. Oh, but the save from Shock. That would have been a dead Orion for sure, but instead they get the counter kill on Johanna. Jungle Jim getting away with no help. Oraluna very low. Delta Sniper trying to peel as best he can while Bloodthirsty Fish runs him down. There goes the Punisher. Once again on the side of Church of Murky. It's marching straight into a keep, and they're looking for the gank on the Rexar in mid lane. Looks like he's going to get out again. I'd be surprised if they don't go down and join their Punisher here. Maybe they're just going to look for 3 forts. And it seems that is the case. They said, you know what, we're just going to take the fort here. Maybe they could even join it afterward. We'll see how fast Team Elite's able to burn this down in the meantime. We've got Rexar in top, getting his soak in. They are about a level behind, so every bit they can get counts. Punisher's about half dead. Meanwhile, the fort also about half dead. These things are going to die simultaneously, and it's going to be a reset. And now that's 3 forts down on Team Elite's side. No structures down on the side of Church of Murky. And those wells make a big difference. Here comes another gank attempt out on Rexar. Can he escape again with the double stun, followed by the ult? He makes a good show of it, but there's just too much room for him to run. He's going down this time. So with that pick, it's 4.5 on 4. They're going to take the Bruiser camp. They're up a talent tier. I feel like if you're Team Elite, you want to poke this. You want to try something, but I'm not sure you can. Orion able to bait out Kel'Thuzad ult. That's going to be Bruiser Camp stolen. Jungle Gym trying to get some soak in middle, but you can see those poor little XP globes got left behind. Big siege coming into middle now. All 5 members. Church of Murky are here. There's the March of the Murlocs. It's official. They're going for it. Rexar's in top lane, clearing that Bruiser Camp. Oh, but there's the combo. Takes the fish down. And I believe that completes Master of the Cold Dark. So Kel'Thuzad now hits like a Mack truck. Let's see if that turns the game in their favor. Substantial level and a half lead on the side of Church of Murky. But now with all the lanes pushed up, it gets a little harder to find that soak. Murky doesn't care though. He's looking for it anyway. But he's going to get backed out. Meanwhile, the rest of Church of Murky is congregating in middle. And we've got a rotation coming out on the side. Back to middle. They're just grabbing what soak they can. This is one of the few moments where they're going to be on talent tier. They kind of have to do something here, but I don't think they know what they want to do exactly. No camps are up in bottom lane. Only camp up is in top lane, and that's a difficult rotation. So now you got Church of Murky coming back in. They're nearly 16. They're probably looking for an engage here. And Team Elite's going to back off and try and grab some soak in other lanes. Rexar's grabbing it in bottom. There's quite a push. Quite a lot of XP for Church of Murky in top lane. Redbeard's going to come up here and snag it. Oh, but this is a flank. This is a flank on the side of Church of Murky. They've got Kel'Thuzad caught out. That's everything Kel'Thuzad's got. He is toast in the back line. Separated. So, all they can do is lick their wounds, clean up, get what XP they can. And Church of Murky is just going to get a head start on this objective. And it's a good opportunity to go get 16 in middle, take something in bottom, maybe take a couple of camps on the side of Team Elite, and that looks to be what they're doing. Johanna picking up the soak in middle. Rexar picking up the soak in bottom. Getting the siege camp started with Lunara. Kel'Thuzad coming to try and get this fish off of their gate. But the Punisher's out, and it's going to come stomping down. You've got all the members of Team Elite still in bottom. They need to recall, they need to get there soon, and Kel'Thuzad needs to not take this Punisher hop. Here come the members, about half of them, but this isn't going to be enough to stave this off. There's the jump. The Kel'Thuzad combo misses, and oh my gosh. If there's overkill, that's the textbook definition. Anduin goes down under a pile of blue bodies. Misha goes down next. Punisher's still half health. Lunara's almost dead. Greymane tries for the kill, doesn't get it. This could be an end, but the members of Church of Murky are getting pretty low. They need to take this Punisher down. Too many hops coming out. All of these roots. Punisher's just about down. Now we got to see if Team Elite can save this game. We've got Orion just beating on the court. I don't think they're going to, well, getting ran off by Misha. The dude goes down. That's one. ETC's beating on the court. He doesn't care. Greymane's coming back in. He's finishing it off. Down goes Malfurion. Down goes Greymane. But the fish and ETC able to finish it off. Close one right there. Well, it looks like we are going to a good game 3. And really, I mean, Church of Murky looked good in that last game, but kills were 7-4. So, it's really still kind of up in the air. We'll have to see where game 3 goes. We'll have to see where the teams are going. And of course, in the interim, I'm going to bring the music back.
All right, everybody, we are ready for the final game here. Last match of the night, big old game 3 coming out on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Now, this one was chosen by Church of Murky, or rather by Team E-Lite, and so Church of Murky is going to have first pick for the first time of the night. Let's see what they do with it. Oh. Let me get us switched over. Alright, so a Kael'thas band coming out from Church of Murky. They don't want to see that guy. They've made it abundantly clear. And on a tight map like Tomb of the Spider Queen, where wave clear is at an all-time premium, I can easily see why you want to get rid of them early. Whew, and the ETC band coming out on the side of Team E-Lite. They don't want shock on that big old cow again. They didn't like his dance parties. Wasn't their style. So, let's see what the second band's going to be on the side of Church of Murky. They going to take that Alarak out again, or are they going to give it to him? It will be the Alarak band. It will be the Alarak band. Alright. We've got a couple of targeted bands already now. Let us see what the final band of the evening, or of the first round of bands rather, is going to be. Team Elite still getting rid of that Zul'jin. Somebody's going to have to inform me who over here on Church of Murky is such a scary Zul'jin. They don't want to see the guy though, so he's out. So first pick, and they're going to pick up the Johanna. They said, not this time. We've had enough of you having the brick. We're taking it back. We want the brick. It's a nice brick. It's hard to break. It's structurally sound. Ooh, but we got the Garrosh Greymane coming out for Team Elite. They said, alright, you want one of our champs, we'll take one of yours. So the staples being swapped back and forth. Garrosh Greymane's a scary combo. Get tossed into a werewolf, it's not a pretty sight. Let's see what they want to do to counter that. They're taking the Anduin. Church of Murky taking the Anduin. And they picked up the Queen of the Forsaken. So Anduin, obviously, a great counter. You get thrown in, stunned by Garrosh. You can just get plucked right back out. You get a freebie. Get a freebie every now and then. Certainly he'll be saving some lives in this game. But Sylvanas, you get her beside a big old push. Like we were saying, that wave clears at a premium. Get her beside a big push of minions. And Team Elite gonna ban the Murky. The Church of Murky shown that he is their savior. There's a reason they have a pulpit for him to speak at. And they decided, you know, if we can just ban that, we can just get that nonsense out of here, we're gonna go ahead and do it. So the respect ban coming out. And Stukov getting banned. So they don't want people getting tossed, have a werewolf jump on them, and be silenced all at the same time. That's a bit too much.
I'm here to help.
Ooh. But Malfury and Jaina to follow up the toss. Get rooted and then get a blizzard dropped on you. Ooh, that's a lot of burst. The dude picking up Kel'Thuzad, getting away from the Orphea. Says, I'm going to show you how it's done. And Imperious coming out as the last pick on the side of Redbeard. That's a 180 for Murky if I've ever seen one. So you got a big old front line on the side of Church of Murky here. Johanna Imperious is not easy to kill, but if they get thrown, there's not a whole lot they can do to get out. I mean, Johanna, of course, she can press her D key.
and walk. But that, Imperius, he's not getting out. And Leoric coming out for the final pick of Team Elite. I mean, that just... I don't think they need the wall to keep that guy in when he gets tossed, but if they do, it's there. And at 20, once it silences, it's going to be dirty. So, we're about to get into it. Now, like I said, I think a lot of what Team Elite's got going for them is they're going to clear waves with Jaina and then get those quick rotates so they can get in position with Garrosh to create picks in the early game. And on Tomb of the Spider Queen, that really matters, because if you lose big stacks of gems, it'll hurt you the rest of the game. It may not hurt you experience-wise. It may not normally be something that would set you back, but losing those gems is a permanent way to take away from the team in the late game. So, on the right-hand side, we have Delta Sniper on Jaina, Jungle Gem on Greymane, Crypto Knight on Garrosh, Aura Luna playing the Malfurion, and Iron Maiden on the Leoric. And on the side of Church of Murky, we have Shock on Johanna, Begully on Anduin, The Dude playing Kel'Thuzad, Orion on Sylvanas, and Redbeard on the Imperius. Now, Church of Murky's going to want to get in here and get some fighting done to get this Kel'Thuzad some stacks, but it's dangerous to tango with a Garrosh in the early game. But there's stack 1 and stack 2. Garrosh getting the toss on the Sylvanas, but he doesn't have the stun to follow it up. She gets out with the E, and Crypto Knight getting just hammered alongside Aura Luna. Is he going to fall? What a save by Aura Luna with that last second Moonfire. Gave him the burst he needed. Jungle Gem taking a chain, but he's okay. We've got the rest of Team Elite. Gets the stun onto the Dude, and there's the skimmy. There's the gimme saved by Begully. Got 2 almost kills and 2 great saves by healers so far in the game. Iron Maiden checking out the mid lane. We've got quick clears coming out on Church of Murky. Shock just sitting here, says, I'm the brick, go ahead and throw me. 3-man stun over there on the side of Garrosh, but he did take the extra throw, so he's not building stacks over there. Jaina's already at 2,000 damage towards her ice block. That's big this early in the game. So, it's just clearing waves trying to get ahead, but we've actually got Greymane taking the siege camp in bottom. I don't know if Church of Murky has noticed that, and there's another big throw, and the root comes out, but Delta Sniper doesn't have the cooldowns, spent them on the wave, or else that would have been a free kill. Still, he scared him, 3v4, and Greymane's going to get the bot camp easily as a consequence. Crypto Knight tossing people around, showing the early game power of a Garrosh, using it to his advantage. But now we've got a 4-man rotation back on the side of Team Elite. In the bottom lane, we've got Imperius trying to clear this. We've got a gank coming down, or maybe Orion's just trying to help clear the camp, and I think that's what's really happening here. So a 4v3 opportunity on the side of Team Elite. But they're just clearing the lanes, We've got Crypto Knight looking for a toss, looking for somebody. Let's see if he finds them. He's got an Anduin maybe. It's going to be the Johanna. She's going to DP and get yanked right out. Well, hey, you got the freebie cooldown. Meanwhile, in bot lane, Orion doing some bullying to Leoric, but he'll be okay. And they are ahead on the rotations, but although that's given them some pressure, the EXP is dead even for the moment. And there's the Q down on the side of Garrosh. Delta Sniper stood up a little bit. Kel'Thuzad already at 10 stacks. I thought Crypto had to throw on Orion right there, but not quite. Ooh, he's got it now, And there's Kel'Thuzad thrown again. The dude is not going down. He's dead. And Kryptonite low, Jungle Gym low. They're taking a lot of punishment when they jump in to get these kills, but it's not quite enough. They get another advantage. Can they keep it up? He's looking maybe for another throw, but it's time. That's the big ordeal, right? It's all about the gems, but so far Shock's been able to pick up most of the gems, and that brick isn't dying anytime soon. In the bot lane, we've got Iron Maiden, Redbeard, still beating it out. Iron Maiden's got 8. He's trying to turn in, but a big fight coming out in the middle. Big stuns coming out on the side of Orion. That brick is actually pretty low. There's the toss back into the root. Ooh, and the gimme didn't quite save him that time. Will they be able to zone the gems? And yes, that's 8 gems to the wind. Delta Sniper now. Kind of a little bit rotated on, but no. Ooh, and it's actually Redbeard getting caught. There's the stun, and the toss, I'm sure, is about to follow. There it is. And that's 16, 17, 19 gems. And this is what I'm talking about. This is where you create that pressure.
Come, my children. Join the
Ooh, in top lane, Delta Sniper getting out some damage, but ooh, there just wasn't the follow-up quite by the dude yet. Doesn't quite have all the cooldowns he needs. But he's sitting pretty. He's got 15. You saw that Glacial Spike. Kryptonite positioned aggressively. He's going to back out. Looks like they're deciding to push top lane. Got 4 in top. There's the root, but the unstoppable and the Q comes out. I think he just got a little scared there. The dude takes a bunch of damage from the spider. Ultimately, though, I think this spider's going down without too much of a hassle. They're going to have to reposition to another lane. Leoric, uncontested in middle, taking a big beating on this wall. Here comes the counter rotation. Sylvanas is over the wall. And it looks like Leoric's going ahead, getting down to the bottom, pick up this XP. Great pressure where he can, but that's already dead. So we're going back to the fight in the middle. This is non-stop action in this game. The brick taking about half its damage. Shock's trying to get out of here. They're chasing in under tower. Will he go down? He does. Kryptonite just eating core shots, but not quite a few. Not enough. Not enough. They get out with another kill. Now you're starting to see the EXP advantage from the kills. And we've got Team E-Lite up a full level. I'm sure there's a way I can show EXP. Let me find it. Here it is. So it looks like minions, they're about dead even. Heroes, you can see 2,000 XP advantage on the side of Team Elite. Goes down anyway. Another Moonfire on the side of Malfurion for the kill. Our Luna knows how to land them. And that EXP lead increases just a little bit further as they clear this camp. Now on the side of ults, we've got Ring of Frost, we have Entomb, we have Twilight Dream, Cursed Bullet, and Taunt. Tossing the brick, but Shock presses that D key, walks right out. Now that is 5 people. Ooh, Anduin, Bagully. Got that sneaky turn in, get the pressure off of him. They've got level 10. Redbeard needed to hop the gate with that one. He's going down. Oof, that's rough. That's rough. You just got your turn, and now you got a staggered death. Let's see what Church of Murky does to recover. Kryptonite so aggressive with these rotations. They're showing that they know they own the map. But we've got a 4-man push in the top lane. Shock doing some anchoring in the bottom bush while Team Elite clears middle. We've got Imperius on his way up here to join, and Leoric's in the bottom lane. So this is a 4-on-4. This could be just fine. But it seems like Church of Murky's still scared about it. They can turn this. This is a 4v5. Big ult coming out of Kel'Thuzad. Gets the double kill. There comes the ult out of Johanna to pick up the other two. The silence might save them. Ooh, but it doesn't. They nearly got away, but didn't quite. Leoric in the bottom lane, cleared that, but lost the fort. So that's the first structure that actually goes down. Leoric's just going to try and get what XP he can in middle. And with that wipe, just like that, EXP's back to even. They may even be able to get a keep here. They've got a massive wave. They've got a Sylvanas. I'm not sure what the CD is, but it looks like they're going to call it at that, though. They're happy with what they got. Leoric's rotated up. They don't want the chance of a 5v5. I understand where they're coming from. But on the side of gems, Team Elite's still got the advantage here. They've got 38 gems turned in. They've got enough for a turn. And Church of Murky's still got a ways to go before they're able to get a full turn. Magully going ahead and getting in the 10 he can. My rule of thumb's always 7. If you got 7, get him in when you can. So we've got Team Elite getting their bruiser camp out, walking it down in the middle. This fort just needs a tap to knock it over. But they're going to go ahead, get their turn in top. It looks like Church of Murky decided they just go ahead and let them take the camps, get the pressure off themselves while they can. Make it so that they've got a lane they don't really have to worry about. But middle's gone. Middle's gone just due to that camp. I'm curious where Church of Murky's going to rotate here, because Team Elite is coming for him. Redbeard rotates low, gets out. They need to clear middle. And it looks like bot lane's going to be free in favor of Team Elite if they stay down here. They may go middle just to match Church of Murky, but they absolutely don't have to. Meanwhile, in top lane, so pushed up, I doubt that this spider's going to get much done. So yeah, they're Team Elite piling on bottom lane. They're going to take the gimme and then take the fight somewhere around bot lane keep wall. But Church of Murky says maybe we're going to push into this. Ooh, Anduin, Magully stepped way up. There's the toss onto the dude. The pull for the dude saves him, and the combo that comes out, my God. And dancing just inside of the protected shock to avoid the Twilight Dream. It's going to save his life. Somehow Redbeard manages to stay alive through all that. The fight still continuing up here at the top. Leoric low, Malfurion low, Delta Sniper low. Garrosh goes down. They're still chasing. Ooh, held through Zob with the ult to get the kill. The reset makes Delta Sniper run around. The chain misses, but still, what a turn. What a turnaround. From getting your squishiest champ thrown into the middle of the enemy team to being plucked out, protected, and dropping so much burst. That's a huge swing in favor of Church of Murky here. Despite the objective, despite their structures going on, that was a big swing of momentum. Gives themselves a breather. Let's see what they can do. They can take this top keep, and if I were them, that's where I'd be. Now, it looks like that's the call. It looks like that's where they're going. Would have been nice to get this pushed out a little further so that the spider would have ran further up before, you know, because their health deteriorates over time. But, you know, it is what it is. You can only do so much.
The dark void consumes.
So they're going to let that go. They're pushing into mid. They're going to take the free keep middle on the side of Church of Murky. Most of Team Elite is coming in to defend middle keep gate when I think they should be clearing top. Go ahead and get that out of the way so they don't have to worry about it. They're in a rock and a hard place here. Looks like Church of Murky's rotating top rather than pushing the advantage mid to see if they can knock over this low fort, but I think they're going to have to rotate back down rather than just bare-face a keep. In the meantime, Leoric's cleaned it up. And there's big push in bottom. But Church of Murky's going for it. They're saying it's now or never. We've got 16. Let's take this keep. It's low. Redbeard walking himself in there. There goes the ring. Ring misses. Kurt's bullet hits. What a pull in by the Johanna. Jungle Gem almost goes down, gets out. Delta Sniper's low. Gonna die. And the protected from the Anduin Gully, making another big save, making the whole team healthy, and that will be top key. Here comes the chain. Doesn't quite catch anybody. But look at this push down here. It may take this. I'm sure they're rotating to it now. But it may take the wall. Sylvanas is up. Let's see. It looks like she's... Nope, she's going to go to bottom. She's going to clear out bottom. So looking at gems. 44, 45 to 31. Kind of even. Team Elite is really... They're definitely not out of this game. They've got about a level back, a little less than a level back, but they're up on gems. Structures are, in a way, still even. And it's just a question of how do they start turning these fights in their favor. The protected, the snags on Anduin are preventing the single picks from giving them what they want. Oh, and they know they just took that camp bottom. Are they going to bait it or go for it? They need to go for it. They need to go for it. Church of Murky is taking bot for it, but they're giving boss. I'm not sure who this favors. I'm wondering if Church of Murky's just going to press on. They might. This could just be a keep swap. I'm not sure. But Fort's down in any case. But there's a full wall there. We've got Team Elite recalling. Boss is going to push down by himself. He doesn't have backup for minions. They take keep wall here. Ooh, is Orion going to get out? Oh my gosh. That was so close. Whew. Alright, so wall and almost well. Let's see how it works out up here. Yeah, so the trade definitely worked out in favor of Church of Murky as far as structures is concerned. But it does give the turn over to Team Elite. So let's see how they follow it up. All their lanes are pushed out to a pretty good degree, so every lane is going to be in danger. Oh, they've got a nasty rotation going on here. This is sneaky. Let's see what they can do. Garrosh is in here, but he's by himself. This is not good. The rest of the team needs to be with Crypto Knight. The Unstoppable kind of saves him, but oof. There was some miscommunication there. That's unfortunate. Well, they've still got objective on their side, so they can still make something happen here. But now you look at that EXP counter, and it is heavily in favor of Church of Murky. They will be 20 with time to spare. And it looks like the retreat pings are being called, and we're going to have Team Elite just kind of back out, give up this objective. And we've got Gem side on Church of Murky. They've got turn. They've got a full turn. Garrosh should be up in time to rejoin his team and create a defense. But we've got 5 in top lane. Of course, boss is down, so they can't pressure that. But we have 5 in top lane on Church of Murky. They're probably looking just to turn top. And I don't see any members of Team Elite there to stop them.
Reclaim the gems of my power.
We'll see if they get it off. It looks like they may. Jungle Gem maybe with a Q. The blind Q doesn't hit. Shock's going to get his turn in. Alfurion impaled. Big ult's coming down. Here's the fight, but that protect just keeps on saving him. And that's going to be another kill in favor of Church of Murky. Crypto Knight might go down here still. No, he's going to make it out. So that's just one. That's just one, but you've got spiders breathing down your neck. 20's in favor. And it's going to be a hard defense here. Top is completely open. And Church of Murky may go for the end here. And it looks like they will. They need to clear this fast. And then come up to respond. But Church of Murky pushing in well ahead of the spider. They're going to go ahead maybe and get started on the core. Here comes the spike. Will it catch somebody? Just missed. Delta Sniper. All right, they've got to clear this quickly. Got to do what they can. That spider has died fast, but oh, the double silence double. Oof. The wailing arrow followed by the KTZ combo. And Leoric just melts. Garrosh melts. Blessed Shield coming out on Delta Sniper, running him underneath, and this core is going to fall. And that will conclude our final match of the series. It was a wild game. It really was. A wild series. But in the end, Church of Murky is going to clinch it. Team kills 11-6 in this final match. A lot of those kills early in favor of Team Elite. But once KTZ got stacked, once Anduin got that ult, it just wasn't enough. The Garrosh just wasn't enough to create the picks that they needed, and the sustained fights went in favor of Church of Murky. But a great match, a great series, had a great time casting it. I'll see if any of them would like to do an interview. Looks like we'll get somebody. So, I'm going to join a lobby and we'll see who awaits me.
What's going on?
Hello there. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
This is the dude from Church of Murky.
The dude, the mage player. Man, those were some wild games. That first game, man, it went back and forth, back and forth. It looked like y'all had it early, and then some big picks came out on the side of Team Elite. A lot of late team fights started to edge their way, and ultimately you guys lost it. But then in game 2, game 3, you came back strong. So
Yeah, it definitely felt that way.
yeah, and I'm curious in that final game why you chose to come off the Orphea.
Um, I like playing Orphea a lot, but I also really do enjoy playing Kel'Thuzad, and I kind of had a feeling that I was landing a lot of those skill shots with Orphea, and if I was going to play Kel'Thuzad, I'd be able to stack up early and get some kills in late game and sort of, turn the tides of the game and win at the end.
Well, you certainly were able to land a lot of those skill shots come the end and get stacked early. I mean, but you also early, Garrosh was finding you quite a bit, and Anduin saved your butt a few times, but a few times it wasn't quite enough. How did you guys start to adjust? Because later on in the game, the picks happened less and less frequently.
Yeah, I definitely made those mistakes early on. Bagoli, our healer, I honestly think is probably our best player. Saved me, I think, 3 times early on. And it was just one of those things where, even though they were getting picks on me, I felt like I was stacking up when they were throwing me in. So it helped us late game just be able to put out the damage and turn team fights.
Abs-
So even though I was dying, it was kind of okay.
Yeah, and in a way, you're right. And in another way, I mean, I remember there was a big team fight in Bottomland in Tomb of the Spider Queen, where it was behind y'all's fort, and Garrosh came running in, got a toss on you into the middle of his team, into the middle of Team Elite, and Anduin was able to pull you out, and you threw your whole combo. You went down to 10% health instantaneously throughout your whole combo, and Leoric and Garrosh just died instantly while you stood at 10% health, just protected by the Anduin. And I mean, if they were able to get that last 10% on you before you were able to get all that out, it would have gone another way. But it was good synergy. It was good synergy on y'all's part. I suppose to move to game one, though, the scarier game. I noticed that after game one, you guys just decided y'all didn't want to see the Alarak anymore, huh?
Yeah, it was one of those things where I thought he did a pretty good job. And last season, I actually did most of the scouting for our team. And for this first game, I think Team E-Lite is a new team, so not easy to scout them. It was one of those things where we figured might be a comfort pick for him. Just get rid of it. It's kind of annoying to deal with. There was the late game fight. We were all at like 10, 20% health, and he came in with his deadly charge.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, no, I don't want to see that again. I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
deal with that.
That was a wild fight in that top lane temple. But yeah, everybody was sitting at about 20% health. Everybody was kind of dancing around wondering what to do, and then all of a sudden he just jets in and gets a double kill. That was wild.
Yeah.
But
And to reiterate what you kind of said, we definitely felt the exact same way where we had that early game, and there was just a fight at 16 where we had 16s and they were barely underneath. They were still at 15. And we took a fight, and afterwards we were all saying, we should have held off a little bit longer.
yeah, yeah. Well, sometimes I mean it's those calls that really make or break the game. The calls are what make and break the game. It's not necessarily. I mean, it can be, but it's not necessarily who lands the skill shots. It's where you are and when you fight. And after that first game, y'all really seemed to pull it together and take smarter fights. And I gotta say, I was happy to see the respect ban on Murky after game two.
Yeah, I am a little bit worried. We didn't bring out the Murky a lot last season, and towards the end of the season, we just kind of decided, you know what? Let's play with Murky. We like playing him. Like, might be a little bit of a weird pick, but oh well, we do well with him. And we did Zildjian Distillery actually, so we've been playing since last season, playing with Murky a little bit more, and I'm worried he's going to start getting target banned because I think Redbeard does a real good job with him.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, Rexar was having. I mean, he's got an extra body, and it was a handful for him to keep up with him. It really was. But I mean, your name's not doing you any favors if you're not looking to get target banned on the Murky. I gotta say.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, in any case, man, it was great casting y'all's first game. I hope when y'all go back and watch it, I did a decent job, and looking forward to future games with y'all. Good luck in the season.
Yeah, as always, we always appreciate when we get casted, and thanks for taking the time for doing it. And I look forward to rewatching.
All right,
Hope we get some insight into our play.
sounds good. Pleasure speaking to you, the dude.
Yeah, great talking to you too.
All right, everybody. Well, that's gonna do it for the cast. Hope y'all enjoyed it. It was my first time. I'm gonna go back, see what I can do, but appreciate the chat rolling in the background, though I didn't participate. And y'all have a good evening.